It's 1-up for Team SoCal. And this is now, I mean, I guess I could just change it to 1v1. I don't know. It's not game one, technically. I don't know. But best of 3. And we're in. Stop the vote.
Sure, blame it on your ISP.
Squeeky, famously bug map, by the way. Oh no, it's just a wall. Okay, I thought it was a relic over there. Famously does play with the taunts up on the second monitor at times. He's hitting the 13 right now. We're in Z Wall, the 1v1 game between he's still going. Between SoCal and the Pacific Northwest. We call it the Great Wet North. Representing Team SoCal is Squeekyg in the color blue and Team PNW namcap in the color red. Namcap opting for the Goths. Namcap with the 105. It's probably the only taunt he's got by memory. Possibly they started with extra vills here. I'm not really sure. I don't know. It's a custom map script. It's not from like the base game. As you can tell by these wacky neutral stone walls. There are also a ton of Komodo dragons defending the stone walls. This is kind of like a stand-in for like an arena style type map here. All right. We've got walled off from the enemy. Can't really fight until Castle Age unless you do some like very crazy stuff and break through somehow. Squeeky is playing the Cumans, which is one of the civs that could fight before Castle Age. Since he can make a ram, he can make a siege workshop and make rams in the feudal age. He might try to go like through the wall. He is a Cuman type player. He's been on them quite a bit in the past. So far, both players looking pretty good. Namcap is in the voice chat being coached right now by Big Nick. So he should be pretty sharp, right? He's not going to be like spectating with Capture Age, right? I'm going to make sure. Nick, just making sure you're not using Capture Age right
No,
now. Right?
I'm not looking at it, no.
Okay, cool. I'm out. Yep, alright, so we're good on that. I just had to ask, just to make sure. Hopefully they took note of the Komodo dragons here. Neither of these players ever has loaded up this map before. I was very impressed when Joner said he had opened some of these maps and just taken a look at them before starting his game. Definitely wanted to take it a bit more seriously. But we'll see more of Joner in the future, I'm sure. For better or worse. It's for better. He seems like a good fellow. Squeekyg going for the old classic boar killed by villagers shooting arrows. Sometime in the last 6 months, they updated the game. They patched it. They changed some of the rules of how killing animals works. You can now kill huntable animals like the boar, like the ibex and the deer, with military units and with town centers and defensive arrows. And they will still be, you'll still be able to take all the food from them. Previously, all the food would just be deleted if you accidentally like killed the animal with like the town center. But now, I don't know if you saw last game what I was doing, like early game. You can just grab the boar, pull them back, hide all your villagers in the town center, and just kill it with the town center and just take it. It's very, very slick these days. But Squeekyg hasn't turned his computer on for 5 or so months, so that's a little unfair. But it's you know, you get the gist. Komodo OP says namcap. Oh no. He sent a villager out here. I don't know why. And lost it to a Komodo. I'm not sure. Maybe he wanted to outpost or something. I don't know. It has been a strat in like top tier tournaments where they're like super tryhards. Players will like scout and then be like with a villager selected, found like palisade wall foundation unbuilt over each of these Komodos so they know where they are. It's insane. It's too much to worry about, honestly, frankly. But namcap going to stone while aging up to feudal age is crazy. Does he want to? He wants to castle drop the wall, I think. This map is interesting. I know that Winston had a lot of, he was like scheming with namcap about what to do here in his match. He had big plans. I think Z Wall is just about weird enough to throw off some pre-planning. Squeeky playing it much more by the seat of his pants, of course. Second town center immediately with the 3 villas on stone. He was also going to stone, which is interesting. Maybe they want to, I don't know, like, what are you going to do with the stone? Are you going to castle drop? What is the plan with the stone mining? I guess. Blacksmith by red. Both players scouting the fullest extent of the wall. I would love to see rams for Squeeky, like, over here, you know? Feels a little bit inefficient to run all the way over there, but we'll see what his plan is. It's possible he's even forgotten that he can make siege in the feudal age, but he knows. He knows. He's low on wood right now because he's building that town center. And, oh, did get double bit axe, horse collar, both players good on upgrades. There's blacksmith market. We got fast castle for namcap, and it is going to be pretty smooth. Probably needed to take the ibex, just mill out there or something to get enough food. He's going to have to do some market shenanigans or something. Maybe he'll just sell the stone. I'm not sure. I think it's going to be some kind of castle on the wall for namcap into Huskarls. If he can get the timings, that's good. Squeeky, not much of a timings player. And it has served him well. Okay, he's going to go to the ibex now. We'll see if he wants to use the market or not. 3 farms. I mean, also, you really don't want to have to research any techs. Like, before going up to castle, you might be able to afford the food and gold cost to click the castle age button before you research any of these without losing too much efficiency. But it's a weirder kind of map. Might as well get those and just be smooth sailing. You don't really need to be up super fast. You know your opponent's the Cumans anyways, so it's probably safer to just boom. If Squeeky plays this right, he's going to have an insane economy lead with the Cumans. If namcap plays this right, I think what you want to do is go up to castle with 3 town centers. It's going to be really hard to kill fast, and he's going to lose a vill to... I think he can kill 1 Komodo with a loomed vill, right? That should be fine. They also added, when they changed the hunt stuff, they also changed the hostile animals. So they're like slightly, they have variations. So watch the health on this vill. Once that Komodo dies, her HP is going to keep trickling down a little bit because the Komodo does poison damage. It's still going down. Okay, it stopped at 9. All right. I love the outpost here. That's really good to see like what's happening. Where's the scout for red? It's just here in the middle of the map. Maybe we'd like to see that patrolling up here too for vision. But we're still in feudal age. Actually, okay, Squeeky kind of struggling to keep the eco balanced. He's not going to be able to, like, if you look at the idle TC time, okay, it's actually not looking too bad comparatively. I was worried if he'd be able to afford to keep 2 town centers producing on a feudal economy. It's tough to balance with the humans, but if you can do it, you're going to be looking real good with the eco. So now he doesn't have enough wood to really farm with all these villas he needs to farm with right now. namcap is going to lose another vill to the Komodo dragons. I don't know if it makes a difference, but as has always been the case, the Winter Bash this year is being played on extreme AI difficulty, which I think like raises the vision at least of the Komodo dragons. I don't know if it changes their damage or not. but we've always done that because we love to see those villagers dying to wolves. We love that. That's drama. Now he maybe could use a scout to like defend the villager. Once the Komodo's attacking the vill, you won't lose health on the scout. Looks like he killed a few things with the scout though. It's already a little bit lower HP. But anyways, that's like very minor stuff. We've got the deer taken care of. Moving over to wood. Plenty of wood on this map. It's like I said, basically an arena knockoff with some interesting twists and turns. Arena type situation. Squeeky is actually thinking about Castle Age now. Nowhere near enough food. It's going to be really hard to get the food unless you idle some TCs, which is a strat. It's a valid strat. And he's also heavy on stone right now, which is interesting. He has 850 stone. I would say definitely take these vills off stone right now. Send them to wood, send them to food, if at all possible. Make more farms. Namcap in Castle Age, outposting the entire front of the map, and we're starting to see them think about some aggression. The walls have 1080 HP, which isn't like that much. A house has 900 in Castle Age. In Feudal Age it has 750. Now Squeeky could buy enough food to go up to. Yeah, he's going to hit the market now. He's going to go up to the next stage. Namcap's already there. Sell some stone, my guy. You can afford it. We got the B2 Stealth Bomber farm layout here. We love that. And so far, we're kind of chilling. These villas trickling in the stone. You set them there early. You don't need to worry about it. You'll get enough stone for castle in plenty of time. The timings could obviously be a bit tighter for anybody in this tournament. Obviously. He's also taken out more Komodos with the scout. Incredible. Are there any Komodos left on his side now? No. There's none. There's a bird. But we're just doing this to have some fun, you know? So we don't need to worry about being, like, as optimized as possible. Obviously, you know, if you want to win, you do your best, but... Now Squeeky encountering the Komodos. Dang, those things are tanky. Villagers still losing health. Ooh, regeneration rate. Oh, that's cool. That's how it shows it. Okay. Capture rate shows negative regeneration, because I guess regen was already a effect they had programmed in the game, so they just allowed it to go negative for poison damage. Wow. Crazy. Squeeky getting the gold mining upgrade. Still hasn't clicked castle. I think you can just hit that market a little bit more. Okay, he made it up. He's made it up, and he has 20 more villagers. 21 more villagers. Crazy. What is Namcap's play here? He's got the barracks researching pikemen. We don't know what Squeeky's going to make right now. I would not be surprised by scouts, but he has built a range, and he has not built a stable. And also he's outposting the entire radius of the map. I love that. Good vision from both players. We see people in S tier tournaments aren't doing this. Good stuff. Going out to that forward stone, perhaps. Thinking about it. Third town center for Namcap. So this is his chance to catch up in villagers right now. Town centers are idling, though, a little bit. Also, worth mentioning, Namcap is playing from a laptop that he bought last week from, I think, his parents' house in Arizona, by the way. But he lives in the Pacific Northwest. So that's the team he belongs on. So he might be feeling slightly less optimal than usual, but I don't know. He could still pop off, or at least hold on. Squeeky with 1300 stone. I think he's gonna go for like a triple castle drop. I'm not really sure. Instant third town center for Squeekyg. Huge boom map. Huge booming potential here. Would love to see that forward castle now. But maybe they don't feel like their economies are set up to like provide for the coming fight just yet. I don't know. Apparently Twitch like does ads and I can like manage when the ads are like played to some extent. I think it's a good idea to run one right now. Sorry, before any fighting breaks out, you know? We've seen the setup. Now we're just waiting. I'm gonna run a 30-second ad. Good luck. I think that did it. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Well, now it's just you and me, subscribers. Tell your friends, subscribe with Twitch Prime if you don't want to get ads. There's a monk coming out of that monastery. He's going to grab the relics and bring them back. Another huge play on this map, as we have a defensive castle for namcap. Not able to range the walls with that, even with bodkin arrow. You really, I think the strat is to castle these walls and then shoot them down so you can get through. He's also on full pikeman. I think this is a Winston Smokehill strat being cooked up in real time. Full pikeman with the Goths. What is Squeekyg going to do? He's researching skirm and pike himself, and he's getting TC number 4 on the front. That's a farm TC. Look at that beautiful, beautiful farming space. Relics coming in to the back also. Pretty safe monastery for him. Castle is up for namcap, and I think he's just going to keep making pikes, which is, I mean, they're trying to throw the opponent off, because as a player facing the Goths, you're expecting Huskarls, obviously. If you've seen nothing from your enemy for 30 minutes and you're facing the Goths, you're expecting them to be making Huskarl or Man-at-Arms. Pikeman, though, could be good. It's a blind counter. That's the problem I have with it. It relies on your opponent making other assumptions that you think they're going to make, and then countering something that you think they're going to counter, you know? It gets a little bit, in a little bit too deep. Infantry costs minus 15 to 20, 25, 30 in Castle Age. Does that include spearmen? I assume it does. All barracks units, right? I think it does. Next relic coming in for Squeekyg. Like I was saying, relics have, in the past on this map, in other tournaments, been a huge play. You castle drop the middle, get through the walls, instantly send the monks out to get the relics and take them back to your own base. There have been, well, I guess this is also played on standard, right? So that is a win condition here, potentially, if you get all the relics and hold. Squeaky also with the castle that can't range the walls. They're both happy to just sit back and relax for now. Build up, wait for the inevitable time when there will be war. Right now is the time for peace and economy, researching, upgrades, you know, gathering what you'll need for the future. Getting rich off of the hard backbreaking labor of these stacked gentlemen and women. Big monk energy up here. He's gonna take all. They're gonna take all the resources on the map before before they fight right now. There's gonna be only wood and food left, and now the Huskarls are coming out. Now, I think Squeaky is in the better position right now, because he's not making any army, and he can see the enemy's army. He's researched Town Watch. He knows what's happening, right? We can look right here. Town. Is it show? Maybe that doesn't show up here. I just look like a fool. Oh no, it's right here. He's researched Town Patrol. He's gone all the way up to max vision. So he can see so far. namcap has not researched any vision upgrades. If I had to guess. It's in defensive, right? Yeah, no. So he can like see that he's taking gold up here and nobody's attacking the walls, which is really valuable information. But he doesn't know what's up. So Squeeky can see all the pikemen, which is insane, and he's going to go Cav Archer. Score looking good for blue as well on that 5 town center economy. He's going to pull ahead in Vills if he can keep them all pumping. And namcap, I think, needed an early attack here. He might still be able to push through and catch Squeekyg unawares. These walls, again, don't have that much health. It's 1,000 HP. Goths don't get arson, but they get their own built-in like bonus to it. Man, I love this capture age now. It's so good. So in Castle Age, Goths have the equivalent of arson. +2 attack versus buildings. In Imp, they'll have +3, which is better than arson. But I don't know if we're waiting for Imp or what. namcap's going to need to get a move on here, I think. He's getting stone shaft mining. He's investing in the economy. But he's made so much military that it's cost him a lot. It's cost him Imperial Age right now. Squeekyg is going to be up with enough Cav Archers to kill Huskarls. This is also Squeaky's second outing against the Goth player in this tournament. There's only been 3 games. He's only played in 2, and this is the second time. And we're going to have Rams. A lot of Rams. Okay. He's upgrading the Rams to capped Ram, siege Ram potential here. Right? The humans get siege Ram. I'm looking at the tech tree again, bro. I don't care. Yeah, they get siege Ram. Okay. Now, the only thing that's going to save namcap, I think, unless things go very wrong for blue, is enough Huskarls. Maybe Scorpions could do it. Maybe Mangonels. We'll see. He's getting 4 siege workshops. Do they think these walls have like a ton of health or something? I don't know. But I think Squeaky's put himself in a very good position here. Both on the way to Imp. Squeaky gonna hit first. Second castle on the front there. You do have to manually click the buildings on to attack the walls. Third castle in defense on the front. Now the 4th castle, maybe drop it here or something like that is what I would like to see. Defend the economy, you know. Or drop it here once you push. You know, that's also possible. I'm really curious to see where Squeaky decides to break through. He can see that his enemy has outposted the entire thing. So any attack at this point will not come as a surprise to either of them. But let's look at these resource banks. You know, res collected, Squeaky ahead by 6k, 7k. I don't know. Don't check my math. Eco KD. Both have lost units to the to the Gaia. Squeaky pop capped at 200. All he can do now is research upgrades. Maybe delete Vills. I don't know. He's at 159 Vills, so I mean, I guess keep that number until you feel like you're losing fights. You're just banking a ton of res right now. Both players have so many resources. Both are in Imp. Murder holes for red. That will do something against the Rams. But the Ram Ranch is coming. Siege Ram in probably the first deck he clicked in Castle Age. Ballistics for the archers. Chemistry, heavy cav archer. All great upgrades. Squeaky knows. Check those upgrades, especially for CA. Barracks coming out. He sees the CA now. Squeaky is going to have to tech switch at a certain point. He will not be able to kill Huskarl spam with a player with 3,500 food, 4,500 gold in the bank. There are a good number of Huskarls here, and there are Mangonels, so I think he's going to need to switch to something else. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, after he lost to Goths. Those Rams are all going to die. He doesn't care about those Rams. He cares about killing the buildings, and then the Rams can just die. It doesn't matter. He might target. He's targeting the Mangonel with the Ram. Huge. Mangonel, 1 hit. Hit the next one. Okay, he's losing all the CA. It's a terrible choke point for Squeekyg. Great fight for namcap. Castle does go down. But namcap is not really losing any units. Squeaky targeting the mangonels with the CA, and he's going to have to tech switch, I think, into something else. He's getting onager. Could be really good. Kip checks from the castles. You can. Did he research the tech? You get 5 free from each castle, right? Yeah. No. Okay. But now there's a hole open for namcap. Doesn't have any infantry armor, crucially. So these Huskarls, who also are not elite, will start to die. Squeaky panicking, dropping a castle here. namcap sending villagers forward into the breach. Oh my goodness. Now I think this is good for Squeakyg, this fight. I guess that castle is a bit, like, that's not great that he had to do 2 next to each other. Squeaky, Squeaky has 48 idle gold villas over there, no big deal. He'll hit the idle villager hotkey at some point. He is super pop capped right now though. And I guess let's see here. I don't think these Huskarls are enough to kill these castles. Not this time. And he's gonna tech Man-at-Arms. Squeakyg knows now. What do I do? He has champion full upgrade potential here. I think. Did he tech it? He research? I don't know. He's going for a lot of stuff right now. Halberdier for some reason. Archer armor. For the Kip checks, I guess. I think Kip check champion. I mean, it's expensive, but I think these players will keep fighting until they run out of gold. I don't think either of them is going to be able to kill the other. Would love to see a Treb or 2 out of these castles, but there's a lot for Squeakyg to micro right now. He's going archers against Goths. Now, Kip checks are actually kind of good, because with a lot of archer units, you're going to be doing 1 damage per hit anyways. And they fire multiple arrows, right? So they're going to be doing 1 damage per hit more times. Squeaky slightly killing his own castle here. We need to see these castles targeting the mangonels. That's the high value unit to kill right now. But Kip checks are really solid. Actually, that's working out well. Castle's still going up for namcap. Bodkin arrow is in for Squeakyg. That's good. Losing units to the mangonels. He's also trebbing across the wall. No other breaches have been created yet. He found these idols. They're all going to an insane wood line. That's fine. We're going to end up spamming at some point, and I think the Cumans are going to be alright. I don't know. I guess Goth Halberdier is a problem, but that castle goes down. Time for the next castle. Castle is targeting the units and not the mangonel. Onager. We're playing Onager v Onager here in a 1v1 Z wall. Onager v Huskarl, apparently. Those are all going to die, by the way. Now, Squeaky needs units. He's getting Siege Onager. That's so expensive. You're going to have to keep those alive. He has 0 on gold, 1,100 gold in the bank. Siege Onager tech coming in. He has... Okay, he's got 1 upgrade for the infantry. I think you could make infantry, but the Goth Flood is here. namcap kind of held that early pressure. Now Squeakyg's gonna need something. I think namcap can do it now. We're gonna have to micro all these CA. Squeaky doesn't really know what units to make right now. Okay, he's researching 2-handed swordsman. He's gonna have to start selling wood at like terrible rates in order to afford that stuff. And that tech just takes so long to research too. You have to go up like 4 different unit types, armor upgrades, attack upgrades. If Squeaky can delay this, he might be able to get out a good solid mess. But I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot of barracks. Okay, there's 4 barracks here. Now this base feels a little cramped. Trebs will go down. Castle being repaired. Not enough stone for either player to drop any more castles. They'll have to buy it. Both players... Okay, no, namcap has... Let's see. He has all the gold left on the map, right? Which is 2,000, actually. Okay, not bad. Right? Is that true? He's melting Squeaky's base. Okay, 2-handed swordsman coming out. is really good. It's not even elite Huskarl yet. So they will die. They will die to the swordsman. 60 health, 14 attack, 1 melee armor versus 14 attack, 1 melee armor, 65 health. Okay, it's like really close. But Squeaky's missing a lot of the upgrades, and he's getting champion. I'd love to see him try and delay until champion is in. But these Huskarls are in the eco right now. He has 136 villagers and falling. Namcap at 124. Eco, res collected. Squeaky up by 20k. But he's probably lost 20k worth of units to these Huskarls. The timing is really good here. I don't think Onager is the play. Just make champions. I wish I was coaching him right now. He's out of... Oh, he's out of res. But Namcap is also completely out of res. He's 900 food, 400 gold. 22 vils on gold. Okay, he's got another gold pile somewhere here, right? Yeah, okay. It's just barracks, barracks, barracks. And the Huskarls are going to be cheaper, right? Than the champions? I don't know if I can see that. Unit cost. Maybe not the technology that we have yet. Squeaky needs to get that armor upgrade. He's getting bloodlines. I don't know if he wants to raid or what. Namcap is switching to halberdier. Squeaky is going to commit to champion. I love that. I think he can clear this now. But it's going to be tough. The run-throughs have really dealt damage. Oh my goodness. 120 vils. Eco KD 46 to 11 for Namcap. The pikemen are here killing vils. Squeaky wants the mass before he engages, though. He knows that's more important than anything. And Namcap is having to bank up more res. Once he runs out of gold, I'm really interested to see what happens. Because it becomes like a very different game. Okay, we got a few step lancers. I think that's to snipe siege. Namcap kind of lacking the finishing punch, the final blow, I think would be a few trebs. They're coming out now, but they might be a little late. Onager goes down, and I think the champions will clean this all up. Squeaky really needs that final armor, though, but he's so gold starved. I mean, I guess we're lacking armor on both players, so it's kind of a draw there. But champion is really good into Huskarl. It's one of your better options, I guess, especially Huskarl Spear. Squeaky with 11k wood. He's gonna sell some of it. Okay, he's gonna sell 8k wood right now. That's a bit of gold to tide him through. Did Namcap get the relics? Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, no, they're back here. Okay, 3 relics for each, for both. And Namcap's trebbing castles. Squeaky doesn't really need these castles. Like, they're good defense. They're kind of just like a target, though, you know? I guess he could research, like, he could research Cuban mercenaries, I guess. I'm actually doing an upgrade check, too. Okay, conscription. That was in, right? Yeah, conscription is in. This should be a good fight for blue. Namcap's scared. He's running back. He's going to run back to the onagers. See if Squeaky can micro these kip checks. Does he have vision? We check these players' vision. No other breaks have been made through these walls, by the way. Crazy. So many villas dying for Squeaky G. He's queuing more. He has 5 town centers, right? 4 town centers. One of them died. Namcap splitting up the army, going for big onager shots. Oh, it's pretty good value for Namcap here. Onagers being targeted. Champions dying to the onagers. Good plays for red. And Squeaky's eco is being raided now. It's tons of step lancers over here for some reason. Just, I guess we're busy, you know. We're busy right now. Squeaky is out of gold. He's making halbs now. It's going to be halberdier versus halberdier in a game that has seen basically no cavalry. I guess we got some steps, but namcap sprinkling in the Husk. Actually, it's a lot of Huskarls still. And Squeekyg is just really struggling to stay on top of this. He's building palisade walls. And he's streaming in the halbs. He has enough wood for now. He needs more vills. Namcap's base has not been touched this whole time. 123 vills versus 99. I think namcap, he could end this. There's no standing army for Squeekyg. 14 units. His buildings are all going... It's been rough. We might be going to game 3 on this set. 86 army for namcap. Fully pop blocked at 209. Another trebuchet coming out for him. And he's got step lances, which also honestly pretty good against halbs. Or against Huskarls. But there's enough halberdiers in there to cause problems for namcap. And we're going to see him queue up a ton more halbs probably. Squeaky 108 vills, back up over 100. Steps doing work, but you have to hit and run with them. And now Squeekyg is just being like, he's being chased all around the map. These quick walls are not going to happen. More. All in danger. Final castle for Squeaky being trebbed down, and the Gothic Flood is claiming another victim. Squeaky dying. He's being murdered again to the Goths. At a slightly faster pace this time, fortunately for us. There's just units everywhere here. The economy is gone. 71 vills are somewhere. And I think really the Onager addition from Red has been so good. Maybe that's what Winston was cooking. TC goes down. I think Squeaky's he's gonna be out of it, but we're gonna have to watch him die in like ultra slow motion. He's not gonna. He might resign. I don't know. I don't know if he will. I'm worried he won't resign. Crazy. He let the Goths boom. I thought he had the upper hand, as always, it seems, with the Goths, but he let the Goths boom, and this is what happens. Finally, elite Huskarl coming through. Chain mail armor, finally. It's now a new town center for Squeaky. And we just have to sit and watch and see what will be the tipping point. Will it be when his final buildings and units all die? Or will it be something before then? I think maybe he feels he has to drag it out as long as possible because that's what they did to us in the previous game. I'll tell you right now, if I'm dead, I'm resigning, okay? If it's a team game and my teammate is killing them, maybe we can talk about it, but... Relics ejected from the monastery. Final TC, oh no. Final TCs will both go down seconds apart. So that's nice. Nice and synchronized. I think it's a pretty cool take to say. I think we can all agree. I don't know. Maybe not. Let me know if you disagree. Maybe we could do that poll. I think the elite Huskarl skin is pretty bad. It's not. They don't look right. You know, they look like legionaries or whatever. They look like Romans. Too much gold on there. But you can write me a letter if you disagree about that. Ask Winston for my address. He says, GG. Is he going to resign?
Sure, blame it on your ISP.
13. Okay. And there it is. The game 2 goes to PNW, and we go to game 3 tomorrow, apparently. What a game. What a game. 109 champions produced. Where were they? I don't know. I think I saw 30. Crazy. I guess like that's including all the previous, two-handed swordsmen, etc. I thought he had it, but I guess just the fights, the flood, you can't beat it.
Hello.
Hello,
The
hello.
classic flood.
The flood.
Sorry, old
Flood.
friend.
The classic plunder. You let the Goths boom.
Yeah, true.